Welcome to the Drew Rice Show, brought to you by Neighborhood Ford in Irwin. Stop by to register to win 2 tickets to the Tennessee-Florida game at Neyland Stadium on September 20th. A very big victory for Unicoi County against North Green. Admittedly, not your top opponent on the schedule, but for a change, your team started strong. Tell us a little bit about, do you think that was really the effort, a different mindset, or was it basically, we were playing a weaker opponent?
Well, I don't know. That was our focus. We said that last week. That was our focus to have a great start, and we came out and did that, and that was good to see. No, I thought we executed well and, did exactly what we went into the game trying to do. So we were pleased with it and pleased with the outcome and came out of it healthy. So, 1-0 in the region, and that was our goal. So we'll take it.
This week you get Cody Lewis back, also Shane Armstrong. Who's going to be doing the punting today?
Well, that's a great question. It'll either be Noah or Shane. We're going to probably see how both of them look in warm-ups, and, both of them are very capable. And, last year Shane was really a weapon for us punting. So if it is his kicking leg that he's been kind of nursing with his knee. But if he looks good in warm-ups, he's probably going to be the guy.
Obviously, Noah White's done well as a running back, but I'm assuming that Lewis is going to start. Is that the case?
Yeah, Noah's a kid that can, he plays that H-back for us and really does a great job of blocking and is a threat out of the backfield, catching passes from there. And, he lines up at receiver too. And, we know he can go get tough yards for us from the running back spot. So Noah's very versatile, just like Brett. Those guys can play multiple positions, so it's nice to have.
You're taking on Happy Valley this week. 2 years ago, Happy Valley basically began your head coaching career. There was a 62-0 defeat, and that was the end of Glenn White, and it was the beginning of your tenure. When you look back at that, is there any revenge motivation for maybe some of the sophomores who played in that game now playing as seniors?
Well, that was just a crazy game, and something we're not proud of by any means. Most of the coaches on the staff were on the staff then, and like you said, these seniors now, a handful of those guys were on the field as sophomores playing. So we've tried to put that behind us, and we feel like we've came a long way since then. But it's there. Last year was much more of a competitive game. I know it ended up, about 20 points, but we feel like it was much closer than that. But anyway, so we've tried to put that past us, but at the same time, those of us that were there, that's certainly in the back of our minds, I guess. But we feel like we're a whole lot better football team right now than that. So,
what has been the improvement? I mean, obviously, you have Brett Strother was in 8th grade, I suppose, when that was the case. Brock Thompson. Listen to me, yeah. Brock Thompson was in 8th grade at the time. I mean, that's a big thing. But there's been, look, you're 3-0, they're 0-3. What has changed over the last 2 years?
Well, I don't know. I mean, schools our size and schools their size, and listen, they had a bye week 2, so they're actually 0-2. But still, they're still a good football team. It's the same staff that's won 19 games the last 2 years. So, we've told our guys all week, do not for 1 second think, because they're 0-2 that all of a sudden they forgot how to coach or forgot how to play or anything else. So we've got a great respect for them. But as far as us, I mean, we've got just a group of guys that, we feel like one of our main improvements has been in the weight room, in the last 2 years. We've got kids that have gotten a whole lot stronger and more explosive and bettered their speed. So I don't know. I think we're 2 years in, and, we feel like we're trending in the right direction, and that's what we wanted to happen, and hopefully we can just keep it going that way.
Back with more on the Drew Rice Show after this on 1420 NBC Sports Radio Tri-Cities. Welcome back to the Drew Rice Show, brought to you by Neighborhood Ford, where they are currently having a giveaway all this month. In addition to tickets to the Tennessee-Florida game, how about a big screen TV or a voluminous amount of gift cards just for stopping by and saying hello at Neighborhood Ford on Main Street in Irwin. Let's talk about Happy Valley. Again, a winless team. You're an undefeated team, but one guy that you have to stop, I think, is going to be Jordan Campbell. They're running back for Happy Valley. What are your thoughts on Jordan Campbell?
Yeah, they've got 2 or 3 guys that we really respect. Will Tittle, who was their leading rusher last year as a sophomore. He was kind of like Cody for us. He's a very, very explosive kid, and they've played him at running back some and quarterback some, and we've kind of prepped for both. But he's a very good player, and Dakota Cochran was he was an all-region guy for them last year that plays linebacker and runs the ball some too. So like I said, they've got some kids that can play, and we're certainly not taking them lightly. And like I said earlier, Coach Jarrett does a great job over there, and they've got our full attention certainly.
The last time Unicoi County was 4-0 was 1984. How about that? Now, what would a 4-0 record mean to you? Yeah, I'm going to say look ahead.
Well, I know that's not the answer you want, but our focus every week, is to go 1-0, and this is a huge game for us, for our kids. Like you said, the game 2 years ago, and even last year, I thought they were the best team we played last year, despite Johnson County going 10-0, and even Johnson County beating them. But when we played them in September last year, I thought they were the best team that we played. So, just as far as that part of it makes it a huge game, and that's there, and it'd be tremendous, don't get me wrong, but, we know it's going to take a great effort to get there, and, it's a tough place to play over there. They've got a great atmosphere and a great stadium, and their fans are, very loyal and loud and all those things. So it's going to be a task, and, hopefully we can get it done. 4-0 would be great. So we'll see if we can get it done.
Well, you mentioned that it's a tough place to play on top of Warrior Hill. I always have been something of, poo-pooing that. I mean, they'll be yelling at the Blue Devils. Well, you got to be able to handle that. What do you tell your team about playing the road villain?
Well, a couple places come to mind. There, South Green especially. I don't know if you were at that game last year or not, but it's not yelling mean things to you. It's not that as much as just like their crowd is very into the games, and just home field advantage. You hear about and talk about, and you see being such a big deal at the college level. But it's a fun place to play, and they've got a great surface. I think probably besides ours, they've got one of the best natural surfaces in the area. They do a great job of taking care of their field. So it's a fun place to play, and like I said, they're a very loyal fan base, and they've had a lot of success the last 2 or 3 years. So it's going to be a challenge.
We are going to be almost at the halfway point of the season after this. 4 out of 10 games and such. Are any of your players closer to making any college commitments?
No, and at the college level, they're a weekend, so they're kind of the recruiting stuff will kind of really ramp back up in October, and even more so, obviously, once the college season ends. So not really. Cody and Brett both went to ETSU last weekend on visits, and Noah and Shane Armstrong are lining up a couple smaller school visits for this fall, and I'm sure that'll continue. But it's kind of a lull in recruiting right now because the college coaches are so focused on their seasons, and like I said, as the season goes and things settle down, that'll ramp back up. But no, as far as anything new on that, we don't have anything new as far as that goes.
What else is new with the Blue Devils?
Cody's healthy, and that's big, and that was the goal last week, and holding him out. So that he's practiced all week, both sides of the ball. So that's a huge part of our team that we've got back, and Shane played in the first scrimmage and hasn't played since. So he's a 2-year starter, and a tough kid. And last year I feel like he was certainly our best defensive lineman. So he's not going to be 100% just from his conditioning and his from being out, but just having him out there I think is going to be a big boost for our guys.
It's the Drew Rice Show with head coach Drew Rice, Unicoi County playing Happy Valley. It's brought to you by Neighborhood Ford. And don't forget their giveaway all this month. Everything from tickets to UT Florida to a big screen TV or flat screen TV to voluminous amounts of gift cards. I'm Marky Billson, back with the broadcast on 1420 NBC Sports Radio Tri-Cities.